Alright, so this video right here is going to be on the Candace Owens and Tomi Lahren. What I find funny about this is that these two, as much airtime as they get, it looks like both of them, especially for Tomi Lahren on this whole abortion thing, and talking about that the Conservative Party doesn't need to get into social issues, even though she pokes her freaking nose into the NFL kneeling situation, which is a social issue, whatever. And she's pro-choice, and so of course she's going to want to. And it really, for me, it isn't even about being pro-choice, and that it's about the fact that she wants to poke her nose into a social issue when it comes to that, but not when it comes to something that she agrees with. Then the Candace Owens thing on the whole Joe Rogan thing, when she on the Joe Rogan podcast, when she started talking about the global warming thing, and I don't believe it. Because she knows that's a conservative. A lot of conservatives will sit back and just say no, it's not happening, whatever, to the point that liberals. But she couldn't back up a goddamn thing. I think both of these people have only been put in a position that they're put in purely because of they're easy to look at. In my opinion, that's all it is. It isn't because they're some kind of thought leaders. It isn't because they're thought leaders. It's because they're easy to look at. And we need to watch these kind of things, because someone Bill Maher or somebody, not even a heavyweight, will eviscerate these two people. And make them look stupid. The thing is that, to be honest with you, they're so uneducated on a lot of these things. It almost seems to me that I don't even know where they really stand. Or they really stand where they stand? Do they really, quote unquote, stand where they stand because of hey, that's it's easy to be a conservative person, like Candace Owens, you're black conservative, and it's easy to it's really easy to stand out. Tomi Lahren, she it's easy for her to stand out in the midst of all the of other conservatives, because she's nice to look at. I think both of them need to be, they need to, their respective organizations, Turning Point USA for Candace Owens, I forgot who, I think it's Fox News, they really need to just let those they need to do some homework. Like, flat out do some freaking homework where they can go into a freaking, like a, what do you call that, like a monastery or something type place, and go in there with with the Constitution on top of a bunch of freaking books by Thomas Sowell and the Federalist Papers and all this and stuff, and they need to go back and just sit down and freaking read and understand where they're coming from, because it seems to me the way they argue their opinion, or they argue it from a point of that's what they heard. That's what they heard someone else say, so that's what they're going for. Or they know that's what'll get the seals, get the seal, the clapping seals. When Candace Owens goes on MSNBC, well, it's the liberal, this and that, blah blah blah. It's like it's not even. It doesn't even sound like it's her talking. To be honest with you, it doesn't sound like it's her talking. It doesn't even sound like it's on her own words. It sounds like someone, like she's parroting other things that everyone else said. The same with Tomi Lahren. That's what they sound like. It doesn't sound like these are their own thoughts. It sounds like these are just the talking points that they know that there's a script, and this is what they're going to go for, and that's all they do is just kind of parrot what they hear other people saying. Is what it sounds like to me. They need to. They definitely sound uneducated on everything. And are where they are because of thirsty men that say, hey, oh yeah, man, he looks so good, and she's saying this, she's saying all the stuff I agree with, even though it's not her thoughts of her own, or even though her argument sounds unsound, whatever, she looks good saying it. Anyway, I mean, I hope these people all the best. I would love to see them get on some of these programs, and I'm glad that they're making the strides that they're making, but it doesn't sound like they really, like the words are truly theirs. It just doesn't sound like it to me. And so I would like to see them, like I said, Kind of like, it's almost like Kanye West. They don't sound as bad as Kanye West did. When Kanye West came out and he was talking, it's like that he wasn't really educated on on the things that he was saying. He wasn't educated on that. That's what it sounded like to me. So anyway, comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that. But that's just my thoughts on it. Comment, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. All right.